4K, HDR, IP. Estas são novidades da Sony.
At Sony this year, we've got a lot of exciting news. Now, a lot of that stuff might have gone underneath people's radars because this year tends to not have been directly related to big feature camera releases. But what we have got is a lot of strategic stuff which is actually really very exciting. Now, a lot of that stuff, of course, comes into the world of HDR, which is increasingly important for us and increasingly important for everybody. One of the things that we've been doing for a while is working on the really high-end HDR stuff. Of course, we, in our larger cameras like the f5, f55 and f65, can record 16-bit scene linear RAW or XOCN, a newer compression scheme that allows us to get the same quality in 16-bit as we do in the RAW files in a different format. Now, that's great, but then we're really looking at a system where you're shooting for the high end and you're dedicating yourself to a grading process afterwards. You'd probably be shooting log, and you'll need to go through that process in order to get a good result at the end. Now that's fantastic if you've got the time for that and you are a proper sort of high-end production, probably in the cinema space or advertising or something like that, and significantly, you've got the time. Now that kind of advanced grading workflow doesn't suit everybody, so one of the really big things we've done this show is include a hybrid log gamma setting into the picture profiles for the PXW FS5 and the PXW Z150. Now those will then allow you to record directly into hybrid log gamma in a way that means that you can then set up in a small handy camera and do a output of a very high quality HDR image without the need for a grade. So you can use the same kind of workflow that you've been doing in the 709 world for many, many years, getting a useful, usable picture straight out of the camera. Of course, our cameras have been seeing more than the 6 to 8 stops that the 709 world allows us to see for a long time. So it's really nice to be able to see that we're putting this stuff into some of those other cameras to fit in with the future world of HDR and quick turnaround HDR production. All right, so some of the other exciting things that we have is version 9 for the PMW F5 and F55. Now, these cameras have been going for a while, but we've continued to add features and we haven't stopped yet. So in version 9, when attached to the F55, we've added support for further frame rates. The previous show around IBC time, we added the ability with the AXS R7 recorder to record up to 120p in 4K. We've now added a number of other frame rates, because before you could choose between 1 to 60 wherever you wanted or 120. We've now added another 5 or 6 points in between 60 and 120 to give you more off-speed options. We also have support in version 9 for the CBK WA100 proxy recorder. So that means that you can then attach that to the SDI output of your F5 or 55 and record proxies at half 136 or 9 megabits, which can then, through the interfaces on the WA100, be sent directly to, for example, our C cloud platform for remote review and approve for anybody who wants to see it. You could also start an edit process with those rushes or just preview, review and approve. It's a very exciting door opener for different workflows involving Internet of Things and connected cameras. Another exciting thing that we have is the new viewfinder for the F5 and F55. Now, for a long time we had the EL100 that was launched back in October 2012 when the cameras were new. People were very excited about that. It's a very high quality viewfinder and one of the first on the market with an OLED imager in it. Now that was very exciting. What we've done now is taken that concept and expanded on it. We now have a full HD OLED viewfinder, which is twice the brightness and a lot of increased ergonomic improvements on it, such as a rotary encoder on the side that you can use to control various different functions in the camera and the viewfinder. So for our cinematography, wildlife, documentary filmmakers, that's a very exciting addition to the ecosystem that we provide with the F5 and F55. We also, for our high-end workflows using AXS recording, such as you'd use in either the AXS R5 recorder or the newer AXS R7 recorder, we have a new card reader so that when you're recording XOCN or RAW files, the larger ones from the F5 or 55, being able to offload those quickly and effectively is very, very significant. Now, this is also the first card reader that we've produced which can read both AXS and S/S memory. So when you're working with the F5 or 55, you then only need the one card reader, even if you are using simultaneous recording to record, for example, an MPEG offline copy at the same time as your main RAW file. The new card reader functions on Thunderbolt 2, so is incredibly rapid.
Here we can see that we have several sets of vision mixers fitted with SDI inputs or IP inputs. They are completely configurable. We also have production server and of course system cameras that can directly, natively by IP connect to the IP Live production center. Our solution is based on the software-defined network controller system, which enables to abstract a certain layer of complexity that the IP Live production induces. So with this solution, the Live System Manager, we're capable of offering a very transparent operational workflow where it's quite easy for the operators to set up the equipment, to remove the equipment, and to have a very dynamic and flexible production system. IP Live production enables a new world of application. Of course, you will find it in a regular, traditional studio-based application, but also in hobby vans, for example, where you can save a lot in regards to the footprint and the cabling complexity, thanks to this multiplexing system where on one single fiber network you have all the required signals to do production. Audios, videos, tallies, intercoms, all these are multiplexed into a fiber network connectivity. With such kind of live production system, you can enable also remote production. And this is what we're showing here at Sony, where we have a remote production demonstration with our studio in Los Angeles connected to Las Vegas. So with only a 2 frames delay back and forth, where we can perform the production switches from here or from there, depending on the use case. So this enables a great level of flexibility. With the latest firmware that we have with the Vision Mixer, we can mix 4K and HD at the same time simultaneously, and that's again enable a lot of flexibility regarding the production that you want to achieve. And thanks to IP, we also can do resource sharing, where several galleries with controlled surfaces of the Vision Mixers can work together, combining several core of Vision Mixer and assigning special effects, mix effects from one to another depending on the show. So again, IP Live production is really the new way to consider future and modern workflows, and we really encourage you to come and visit Sony's website to learn more about us.
Estas são as novidades da Sony na tecnologia televisiva.